rap or something on there.
You live, sir.
Alright, let's just go ahead. We live?
Call
Oh, shit. Hey, shalom, Israel. Yahweh Shishmakatah to the brothers. Yahweh Ba'asim. Yahweh Shema Alathan Ba'asim Yahushua to the sisters. I'm glad to be here today. Coming off of the Feast of Purim and to be amongst the brothers and sisters to bring out, a little bit more on what's going on with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Y'all know if y'all want to send any stories, y'all got anything to send, please, Baba Kochar, send it to the brothers and sisters. I know there's a lot of stories out there. We'd like to get to each and every one of them. Of course, we can't, a lot of times, being in this captivity, finding each and every story be kind of like a burden. So, and taking us away from a lot of other things. So it'd be like really important for y'all out there when you hear something to send it in. Of course, you can send it in to the school's site, or you can send. I would like to get them too. My email is shaparnapash@gmail.com. But anyway, just whoever you want to send it to, make sure it gets here so we can bring it out, so the brothers and sisters can be edified. They can know what's going on, man. This thing can run right, real smooth like it's supposed to. Y'all getting off this. A lot of Israel celebrated that Valentine's Day, man. And here's what we got a story. Do we got that story about the gay, the guy that's he's a gay priest? If I can pull that up, because y'all worshiping all the saints that the Roman Catholic Church got put up as idols. All these different saints that they got for you to worship and idolize, and you go out here and worship Saint Valentine and become a part of the Roman Catholic Church, man, and become a slave to what they want you to, how they want you to operate. Like, that is insane. That's ridiculous. It's something that you got to realize you're a Roman. You realize you're in the mindset of the Romans. When they came through, man, and forced these different idols on our people and all that, all they did was remanufacture these items and put it before you again. Meaning the same gods of the Roman Empire are repackaged and presented to you in another way. Meaning they're not doing the same practices they did back then, but you're still worshiping the same gods. No, first give me, let's go into it. I want the one. How are we gonna do this? Go ahead and play. What we got?
Sir. I had that other story. It says black gay priest in New York City challenges Catholicism from within.
A black gay priest. He coming up against Catholicism because he see the evil in this Roman Catholic Church. The black people don't even understand that they worship it, man. Oh, I'm not no Roman. I don't worship the Romans. But you went up there and celebrated St. Valentine's Day, which is a Roman custom, a Roman holiday, and you was a part of it. You got to realize you are against the Lord. That's right. There's no way you can figure differently from that. You commit a sin against the Lord, there's punishments for that. You ought to run into this truth, man, and what do you call it? Besiege the Lord and trying to to forgiving you. Go ahead. You got a picture of him. Look at this. Now, he already admitted gay in the Catholic Church. Of course, he's a priest. all the molestation them priests done done. The whole philosophy of that Roman Catholic Church gears towards molestation. Go ahead, give me some more. Good night.
It says worshippers at St. Charles Borromeo Catholic Church in Harlem are greeted by a framed portrait of Martin Luther King Jr.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh my! You go in the church and you got a portrait of Martin Luther King sitting in the damn vestibule to greet you. That is insane, man. That ought to tell you right there. Martin Luther King did something that the Romans wanted him to, that he was in league with them. He's sitting there to greet you when you come into the church. Go ahead and read on some more.
It said a Baptist minister named after a rebellious 16th century German priest excommunicated from the Catholic Church, the Reverend Brian Masdell, who sometimes preaches at St. Charles, pursues his ministry in ways that echo both Martin Luther's.
Man, meaning he going for the what? Civil rights. We all want. Let's join hands with our oppressors. How in the hell you gonna join hands and say free at last with the white man and he's already free? Like you the one that has the incentive of wanting to be free. That's crazy. Hey, shalom, brother. How you doing?
All right.
All right, long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Okay. Where we going? That's it on that. I mean, we got more on that. That's pretty much it on that. I mean, I don't want to go too far. We got so many stories, man. Y'all got any questions? Please, bring them up. Let's get to them. Next story. Let's go to this this Marvin Gaye thing. I mean, we've been bringing this out for the longest, man. A white man looks at you like a primate. He's trying to push that you a primate, that you's a gorilla. And this is one way he's doing it. That you's an animal and he's mocking you, right? Listen, I don't hear I waited. You know how this been out almost a week, not almost a week.
What is this?
We're gonna get to it in a minute. Just raise your hand. You got a question there. Yes, right. We're gonna get to it. But this has been out almost a week. I waited to see if anybody wants to bring this out. See if anybody was gonna talk about this. And guess what? Nobody said it. I saw one newscaster that had to read a brother that had to tell this story, and he was pissed off. You could see in his expression, he was kind of pissed at what this story was about. Let's get into it. Let's get it a little bit. You got the footage? Play the video. Oh no, read a little bit of. I don't know. Go ahead.
A zoo hired a Marvin Gaye impersonator to help monkeys get in the mood for love.
Hold up. Now let's dissect this. You got a zoo full of monkeys. That's got monkeys in it, and they hire a Marvin Gaye impersonator to help the monkeys get it on. Now, come on, y'all. Tell me what is the spirit behind that? Go ahead. Now, this brother, he's an older brother, so he might be able to enlighten the younger ones on what's going on. Since the younger and the older can't talk, let's find out what this brother got to say. Go ahead, brother.
They're trying to depict us as monkeys.
Give that brother a hand. They are trying to depict us as monkeys, meaning Marvin Gaye sung to you monkeys and you got it on. Let's see if it'll work with the real monkeys. You follow what I'm saying? This was a goddamn insult, man. This is the way white people can say they can push their racism, their insulting, because that's all they have to hold you, to try to keep a hold on you. If they insult you, then maybe they'll push themselves up as being greater than you. Because that's what people that, that insult other people try to do, because they feeling, Can you read on a little bit more? We got a little bit more on it?
Colonel Khan went on the video. I went on the video.
Okay, read a little bit more of the caption real quick.
Colonel Khan. It says Trenton Monkey Forest, a zoo just south of Stoke-on-Trent, retired man described as a highly experienced love song guru. His name is
Guru. A love song guru. You be anything. Now you East Indian. Some crap. Go ahead.
Colonel Khan. His name is David Larby, and he's got one job: to boost the monkey's love through the power of soul.
To the power. So they ain't hire no. Why they hire one of their little white artists, one of them rock and roll bands out there, or whatever? Go ahead.
Colonel Khan. It says Largy will be serenading a group of Barbary monkeys, an endangered species of primate, and hopes that they will help them get in the mood.
So in hopes that they get in the mood. You got the video? It's still loading?
Colonel Khan, I have the videos.
Okay. Please play that. Play a big screen. I want to put this in blacks and Hispanics' faces on what they do to you, how they treat you. And we came out with this, man. They did a whole, we did a whole King Kong. Y'all remember that movie King Kong? Remember the old King Kong, when they went over there to capture him, they put him in the boat. Remember?
Yes.
He was in the bottom of the boat with the white girl on top of the boat, and as soon as the white girl came, he got calm. He was yeah. Y'all didn't feel that boat? You coming over here to America on the boat, and then oh man, it was so disgusting. It was ridiculous. Go ahead. What's your name again? I gotta get Tom. I'm gonna call him Young. I don't want to keep. Okay, go ahead, Tom. Just for the
when he came over on the boat, he fell in love with the white woman.
That's right. That's right.
And that's another thing, like associating us.
That's right.
With loving white women.
That's right. The black man. They always push that, meaning black men not necessarily even have, a lot of us not even want to go that route, but they push it so hard. They push it so hard. And then on the other side, they pushing your woman to, go the other way. So you, in a right society, you wouldn't need, and then all of a sudden they throw in the porn or the lust and the different things, because they know that because of the greed and the lust of your woman, and you not being without a woman, then you're gonna take to this to be as a something to oh man, what's the word I'm looking for? To kind of replace that is what I'm trying to say. Replace that. So that's where that come in. But here's the thing: you supposed to naturally have your woman. You wouldn't have to be like that if you had your woman. You follow what I'm saying? Go ahead, Kawabah, you had a question?
No, I was going to add some comment to that. And then at the end of the movie, he died because of the white woman.
Oh my!
On top of the building and all that, they shot him down.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. That was a very satanic movie there. We bought that. They won't let me get that video back. I got all the videos back with that one. They can't. I won't get that one back. I don't think. Go ahead, brother Tom. Go ahead one more time.
To follow up on what she was saying, we're still dying because of white women.
That's right.
Even today.
Let me tell you something, man. In that movie, they were taking pictures with them. They take pictures with with them just to say, yeah, this is, what we conquered, But let me tell you something. The spirit on these people is to remember the Lord. Give me Leviticus 7:3. Yeah, Bible, we gotta get some Bibles out here. Leviticus 7:3. Let's read that real quick.
Slides, I believe you want Deuteronomy 7:3.
Deuteronomy 7:3. Man, what am I thinking about? Go ahead, read that real quick.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
You're not supposed to marry. This is the Lord. This is the law. Point blank, plain and simple. You can't get around this. I don't give a damn what they argue, whatever. The Lord said. And that stands. That stands just like this earth stands. That stands just like you and me that was created. That stands, it stands. It's concrete, it's reality. The Lord said, you should not make marriages with these heathens. Read on.
Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son.
You're not, when it says you give your daughter to your son, right now, the fathers ain't really handing them over. But what's happening is they okay with it. They see a sister with another nation, and it's okay. Let me explain. By going into these different religions and worshiping these different nations, you hand over your sons and daughters to the people that you worshiping. You know what I'm saying? That's how I know all religions is false. It's a lie. Because my daughter ain't supposed to be going no Arab. My son ain't supposed to be trying to get no Arab woman, because that's what the height of those different religions are. Whoever's on top of it. My son and daughter ain't supposed to get no white man. The Lord created the black man, the black woman for the black man. You know what I'm saying? He gave every nation a woman. Go ahead. You had a question?
Yeah, no, I was going to say, this is happening because of the media promoting it.
That's right.
They're promoting black women to white men and vice versa. And they're even promoting, which I abhor, is this homosexuality.
I abhor that too. But I abhor the my woman going with another nation. Boy, I can't stand that. I can't stand the homosexuality too. Because that homosexuality destroys our people, man. It's like, oh man. There's so many aspects of that, man. But the Lord said, you ain't supposed to you ain't supposed to even have the mindset of your woman being with another nation. That's giving remember, when man, in the ceremony, the man gives his daughter to the man that he believes is going to protect and guide and be the best interest in her, to her. He's in league with it. He's down with it. You know what I mean? But what's going on today is totally against. And you're right. They promoted in the media because the Lord said that your enemy was the prince of the air. He's the prince of the air. He's controlling the airwaves and the things that come over your TV and all that, as well as other, Yeah. So go ahead, give me some more.
Nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
Nor his daughter. You ain't supposed to be. It ain't supposed to be a light thing that you allow a heathen to get with your son, because you know what that's going to lead to. The Lord going to tell you what it's going to lead to, but it ain't your people. It ain't a part of you. They don't have the same interests. You understand? Read on.
Verse 4. But they will turn away thy son from following me.
This is key. Every relationship that's outside of this nation, really the people getting in relationships hate the people of this nation. I mean, I don't know if I said it right, but blacks and Hispanics that marry outside their nation have hated their nation. They're looking to escape their nation. They're not looking to fix, to be down with their people, to bear children, to help their nation prosper. No, they decided to leave their nation and build another nation, and they are enemies. They are enemies until they come into the truth and repent. And we shouldn't look at them as nothing but such. Problem is, we give everybody a pass. How you gonna be? That's how a woman can. A man gonna be like, no, we can't allow these homosexuals up in here, man. I can't allow these goddamn Africans up in here, man. I can't allow these other nations up in here, man. Because what's going to happen? They're going to just destroy this thing, and then you're going to be wondering how in the hell, what happened, why we so destroyed and all that. I was going to bring out the laws that the white man made during the Civil War. Remember we had the Civil War? And then the white man tried, after the Civil War, they wanted to give you land because the North was fighting against the South. So what was it? They gave us land for a period. Then they came together with the white people in the South. And they started to get their mind back together and strip them slaves of the land and say, you can be sharecroppers or you can, but you can't own the land. Let me tell you something, man. This place is history right here. Boy, it tells you who you are. It lets you know who you are. So now they calling you monkeys and so forth. Go ahead, read some more.
Come. That they may serve other gods. So with an anger.
That they may serve. That's the bottom line. Your love turns from your people. I don't give a damn who you think. Oh, I still love. No, you don't, man. And that's why they want to get with you. Because now it weakens you. White woman sleep with you. Now your interest ain't you weaken with your relation towards your people. You weaken, sister, when you get down with a white. I see sisters on YouTube promoting the holidays of our enemy, talking about how glorious and how much better it is with our enemy. You know what I mean? And then then the same come back talking about the one he turned on me. You know, he tried this and that. They try to come back amongst you, and they got to go in the box. They can't. They ain't trusted. They ain't like the sister that had, that stayed with her people. That was down with her people. I was gonna bring on something heavy. I'm gonna bring on that in a couple of weeks about the sisters that that's faithful, man. Go ahead, read on.
Come. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you?
Lord's anger, trust and believe. It never works out. It's coming. The Lord's anger is coming for you disobeying his laws. Oh, they live good. They think the white, the money, getting in there, but yet you are marked. You are a marked individual before the Lord. The Lord, his anger is going to be kindled against you, and you don't want that. Is that it on that? Let's go back to the story.
I have a video.
Oh, please play the video, please. Israel Adesanya I want to see the part where the monkeys. They didn't show the part there where the monkeys was walking, running around. That is. Can you imagine that, man? That's insane, man. The Lord said, you be a byword. You know what I'm talking about? Israel Adesanya, one that we was talking about the African. What he said to Joe Rogan.
I have that.
Okay, good. I want to get that next. Yeah, that is racism, man. That's a people that is racist against you, man, and laughing behind your backs and playing pranks. As we know, this devil is all about pranks and doing this and that, and you know, trying to make fun of you. Marvin Gaye sung to us, and goddamn it, Marvin Gaye was a hell of a singer, man. A hell of a singer. You know, and they trying to black people. They had a bunch of babies listening to Marvin Gaye. And let's see if the monkeys that had the babies listening to Marvin Gaye. Go ahead, brother,
what
please.
What they do is pay a black person so much money that they can't refuse.
Right. Because they know you in a situation where you're jammed up, you know, you need the funds to kind of, you know, some kind of living. Everything is just going crazy, man. I'm not even really, brother took the gig, man. It was a singing gig. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even faulting the brother. He in slavery, jammed up like the rest of us, man. You know what I mean? But it's the mindset of your oppressor. It's his mind. You know what I mean? We ought to see that, man. That ought to bring black people to another level. That ought to bring them to like understanding. Give me what it said. You'll be a byword amongst all the nations, and the curses. We got the byword, and it's Deuteronomy 28, and I forgot which one it is. Well, you'll be a byword amongst all the nations. Because we got a story coming up. I don't even see how this dirty, disgusting piece of garbage can open his mouth to say something against black people. But he did. Let me find it real quick. It's 28, I think it's 32.
37.
37.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 37.
Where?
And thou shalt become an astonishment.
The astonishment, what is that? What does you becoming an astonishment mean? Come on.
To be amazed.
Huh? Who was amazed? He said you gonna become an astonishment. So who's amazed?
The one that's looking at you.
That's right. The other nations.
Yes.
They looking at you and they astonished. I'm glad you said that. Most High Christ. That's right. They're astonished. They're like, look at these black people. They've been over here how long? Look at us. We just got over here. We doing pretty good. They robbing and kept running in the streets and doing all this. Every minute on the TV, you got something about, you know, black people doing this and that. Hispanics doing this and that. Every minute on the TV. So they come over here and they look at you, dude, like, Man, look at these people. They're astonished. Keep going.
Colonel Khan, sir.
Oh, Kawabam, you had a question? Okay, go ahead.
A proverb and a byword among all nations.
Amongst all nations. That's important to understand too. What's a proverb and a byword? Raise your hand. Oh, Kawabam, go ahead.
Is it something that you look down upon because of?
Absolutely. It's something that they call you. A byword. Meaning they think of some name to call you. Look at that porch monkey sitting up there. They just think of different names to call you. Look, they sit on the porch all the time. They call you porch. They already associate monkey with, Planet of the Apes. They already associate you with a monkey. Look at that monkey, and then on the porch. So they get porch monkey. Or what's another one? Give me some bywords. Go ahead, Kawabah. Oh my goodness! Look at that spit. Look at that spit. You ain't good for nothing. Look at them. We can use them and they want they come over and real and polite and don't do nothing. Look at them. Go ahead, Tom.
Their favorite one is nigger.
Oh my goodness. We about to get into that in a minute. Absolutely. They say it all day at home. They try not to say it amongst you when they get around you. But you better believe these devils say it all day. You think you gonna shut them up from saying that word? That's their favorite word. That's their favorite word. You know what I mean? They can't even stop it when they're around you. Go ahead. Read on. Give me some more. Oh, amongst all the nations he leads you, meaning there are black people in China that are being oppressed and having bywords associated with them. You better believe it. The Chinese are calling them, man, look at this, no, they have, wherever you are, you got this going on. And the Lord said this in the curses, man. You cannot negate what the Lord said. Go ahead, Tommy.
So this COVID in Japan, they were beating blacks up, trying to get to the hospital, not letting them get into the hospital.
That was, yeah. Go ahead.
If I could, that wasn't Israel. They was beating up Hamites. But what makes that story heavy is that the fact that the Chinese were beating up the Africans airlifted all of the Africans out of China and brought them back.
Isn't that something?
No,
not
China, Japan. I said
Japan.
Japan, yes.
I didn't fact check that, brother. I didn't.
Japan. We have to check that out. But it doesn't surprise me because we on the bottom of these nations and they look at us like, nothing. They look at us like, the stuff on the bottom of their shoe. They use and destroy us like randomly. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead. Let's skip to the next story. Oh man, goodness, you don't realize this. Y'all think of these Africans. God, I'm so sick of Israel talking about these stinking Hamites. They all amongst black people, man, trying to act like they black. You see a name that you can't pronounce, run. They in the groups, they everywhere. They're all over Facebook trying to be amongst you. Africans, man, they are not your people, man. I think that goddamn disgusting group IUIC let them damn Africans in, man. And made them Africans, trying to make them Africans Israelites. This is a disgusting people. I can't even say. Go ahead, Kawabah. I see you with your hand up. You got a point to make.
I was going to say that I grew up with not tell that they were not African American until they started eating African food around me. And then they revealed who they were, but they tried to blend in so well.
They tried to blend in. They tried to blend in. They really try to get amongst you, black man. And when they get amongst you, they hate you. They hate you. Let me tell you something. Remember that African woman that said, I don't know why black people are so mad about slavery. She said something to that effect not too long ago. Or black people should be happy about it. Something she said. Boy, yeah. I mean, these Africans are disgusting, man. She said that. She said, oh my goodness, I can't remember the story. You don't remember? Go ahead, Bazaar.
Sorry, so it was that sister that was it about the Cardi B situation?
I'm not sure. You gotta give me more.
She had a YouTube page or something like that. Was it the story with her?
It was a Hamite that said, I don't see why black people are mad about slavery, or I don't see why they complaining about reparations or something like that. It was a Hamite. She's a full-out Hamite not too long ago. We did in the stories. And she said that. That's disgusting, man. They come amongst us and they take up the white man's, they become slaves to what the white man wants. They are like the Bible says, a servant to a servant. Let's get someone that die if I could. Listen to this piece of garbage. Now this guy went in fights over there in that UFC mixed martial arts thing. He's an African. His name Israel. He named after this bastard's name Israel. Like he ain't got nothing to do with the goddamn thing. He wanted to be one of the chosen. You know what I mean? Well, let's go ahead and hear this.
I'm black. I can take this one. Look.
He said what? He said he's black? Roll right there back to the beginning. I told you.
I'm black. I can take this one. Look. There's a lot of cunts in this game. There's a lot of snakes in this game. I've been in this fight game since 2008. And Joe Rogan is one of the nicest, coolest, humble motherfuckers I've had the pleasure of working with.
Please, when he said Joe Rogan is my nigga. They are such a slave, man. They come over here and just try to be the total slave to the white man. And the white man wants to oppress you, they take it up to another notch. These Negroes talking about some going back to Africa garbage. I seen one Negro talking about some going back to Africa. You gonna be a slave to the Africans, the Chinese, the white, and everybody else over there. You gonna be super slave trying to make a living. Man, I ain't going nowhere my people ain't, man. I ain't going nowhere my people ain't. Think I'm going to put myself in that situation? They got all kind of videos talking about some going back to Africa. That you going to feel comfortable because you brown like them. Was we comfortable in Egypt? Right. Come on, give me some more, please. Is that it on that?
Fuck the noise.
Read the story. He said, this Joe Rogan, my nigga. Oh, everybody say it in?
The biggest platform in the world right now. So that's my nigga, Joe Rogan. Fuck the noise.
Did you hear that? After Joe Rogan came out and said what he said, that piece of garbage, racist bastard. He's a racist bastard, man. He ain't sorry for nothing but the fact that he got caught. I'm telling you, this happens all the time, man. And that piece of garbage, he's a piece of God. He's a low life. He's who David, when he fought, destroyed. When he beat that Goliath. That's Goliath's people right there. That's crazy, man. What's the scriptures we got on that? We got anything on that? Nothing on that. Let's go ahead.
Like, sir, if I could, what's the backstory behind this Hamite?
That Hamite is one of the UFC. He's been winning. He beat what's the brother's name? There was the top. I can't think of his name. He beat him. He just had a fight over the weekend where it was a decision in his favor. He fought another brother. So this Hamite been winning a few fights. So he comfortable in trying to feel like he want to oppress you. You know what I mean? Get on the white man's side and you're oppressor. Meanwhile, these stinking bastards. Let me tell you something, man. I can't get down with the Hamites like you, like other black people. There's a lot of black people that promote these Hamites, man. You know what I mean? That believe that they are our people. Right. You got them Egyptologists. You got people that, I mean, go ahead. Sinetta. Is he African?
No, he's promoting it though. Like he promotes the Kemet and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think he's Dominican. He's Simeon.
Yeah,
he's Dominican. But that damn goddamn guy, that thief that was stealing them, I think he might be an African. The one he was promoting real hard, what's his name? The main one that ran over there with them white girls. Polite. That's his name. He might be an African. He looks like a Hamite. He might be an African. I'm not sure. But he could be, man. And our people suck up to them. Just like that guy, that African, the one that recently died not too long ago. What was his Nelson Mandela. Was it Mandela? Yeah. They was out here marching and talking about free Mandela and all on this kick. You know what I mean? That's how sick we are, man, as a nation of people. We're going from another nation of people, we'll take up their cause. Who had their hand up? Go ahead.
I was going to ask, wasn't Polite locked up for messing with another woman or something?
No, I think he had raped, so they got him on rape, some kind of charge they got him on recently. It was raping some girl in the hotel.
He raped a
14-year-old. 14-year-old girl. I think he might be going through court things about that right now. Mm-hmm. I'm not up on what the situation is, but I know that came out in the news. Go ahead, Bob.
Elaborating on it too is that 14-year-old girl was his wife's daughter.
His wife's daughter? I mean, raping any 14-year-old girl is terrible. But how in the hell? You know how much what that does to a young girl's mind? She growing up, her mind ain't even developed right now. That's crazy, man. That Negro would he wouldn't be no. Yeah, shit. Well, go ahead. Let's get to where we at.
Ukraine and Russia.
You want to do that? Okay, but let's go to. Did we finish that one? So okay. Yeah, go to the regular ones then. Y'all got any questions? Let me know. Any questions online? Let me know. This is a Thursday night class. We're going over some stories. I had a topic, but these stories got to be brought out, boy. They got to be, edify our people and what's going on, with our people, man. Black people, man, I be like, what's going on with the black man, man? I want to know where we stand at, man. We need to be able to come together, man. You got to lose that goddamn pride, man, and bring your tail up in this class. Let's come together. Let's hash all the things in our mind. Let's throw it out there, man, and let's solve them, man. Let's be able to talk about our condition. Let's talk about it. I'm ready. Right. You know what I mean? It's going on. It's happening to all of us. Happening to you. Happening to me. My family getting affected. You getting affected. What is it that's keeping us from talking about these things, man? and coming together and building and serving the Lord like we're supposed to. We're supposed to be serving the Lord, man. Whether we realize it or not, if you look at the whole earth, everybody got armies and military and got societies and, got weapons and nuclear weapons. A lot of places going out in space. There's only one nation ain't got none of that. One nation, man, on this whole earth that's so Jesus and God and let's get the kingdom and the kingdom of heaven. I mean hell, not going to hell and heaven and this and that, and we'll argue. Those got to be God's people, man. They got to be God. In the scriptures and the curses, the Lord said, if you want to find my people, don't look at the people that's talking about they God's people, because a lot of people won't claim we God's people. But look at the people that suffer from the curses. Look at the people that's downtrodden. That's why Christ said, the meek shall inherit the earth. He said the meek. He didn't say the proud in spirit. People is going through something. People on the bottom. People are suffering and dying. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
I saw an article that we, as black people in America, we support America. We spend, black people, $3 trillion a year.
That's right.
$3 trillion. That's
I believe
more
it.
than some countries.
Let me tell you something, man. America was built off the backs of black people. America was built off of our backs. America survived off our backs. America took the spirit from our people and translated it into their how they would profit from. That's what happened, man. So yeah, without they understand that if they lose their slave population, they ain't gonna be nothing. They will kill you if you try to leave this place. They will stop you. Although they killing your babies, or they putting drugs down there and doing all this other stuff, if you was to get up and say, listen, we're gonna be a separate nation from you, white man go to war with you. He would not, because think about it. They ain't did none of this. They know that they ain't gonna be crap. They was crap without you in the beginning. They was crap without you. The Lord rose them up, man. The Lord rose that white man up because of his anger against you. And his time is almost up. His time is almost up. He about to be out of here. He about to go to his natural existence, which is a bent over, red cave dweller that don't have nothing, that don't, they don't realize, boy. Go ahead, one more time.
I can't wait till Russia invades.
We about to go into that in a minute. That's in the story. That is in the stories. But I got a feeling Russia gonna back down under the prominence and the what's the name of America, man.
I hope not.
Go ahead. Well, go ahead. Let's go. We're gonna get to it in a minute. I hope so. I hope this is it. I hope we pack our bags, man. That they gonna get it on, and bam, our king gonna appear and take us up out of here, man.
Right.
And this is it.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Over 130,000 Russian troops now staged outside Ukraine.
Oh, okay. They outside the Ukraine. They trying to, you know, I'm telling you something, man. Russia trying to show their might. Russia, remember back in the 80s how good they had it when they was one, or how much might they had. They standing as a force right now. Go ahead, Barzal. Give me some more. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I said Barzal. I said you're dying. Go ahead, give me some more. You know
Some airlines canceled flights to the Ukrainian capital, and troops there unloaded fresh shipments of weapons from NATO members Sunday.
Mm-hmm. They should get up out of there. They know what. Listen, we in the end times. You hear anything going on in the Middle East, you better haul ass. I mean, you would think somebody would haul ass out of there, because you don't know what'll go down. We can speculate. I think I can speculate Russia might fold, because why? America got such a high. I mean, this place right here can starve you out, man. If you ain't ready to nuke every goddamn thing, what you gonna do? They put what you call it, sanctions against you, boy, and jam you all the way up. You already starving. Those sanctions come, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I better succumb. I better be Democrat. That's how they get that. Where is it in Revelations where they said that? I think it's part of the mark of the beast, and they're gonna say they'll make you put sanctions or whatever. Oh man, I can't think of it. That's what Ukraine. That's what they did when Russia split up from Ukraine. What happened? They're not part of NATO, but they didn't came across Russia want to get them back. Where is the one? There is the scripture where it says, oh gosh, they would pull them back. I think it might be at the bottom of the story. Is there scripture on the bottom?
On the bottom of the story?
Yeah. Nah, hey, listen, I'll tell you what. All right. They might be it might be on the bottom of the story. Y'all got any questions or anything, let me know. I was gonna go into a whole different topic, but I want to just hit these stories a little bit. I will pull them back, meaning the Lord said they'd be going in one direction, but He's gonna pull them back. I think it's on oh man, let me see if I can find it. What'd you say?
I was saying this was the last story too.
Last story in what?
Oh, the one with the Winters.
Huh?
This was the last story, sir. That's what I was saying.
Okay, what's the scriptures on the bottom of this one? Okay. Let me see if I can pull them too. This will be on deck.
It's Revelation 11:14. The second woe is past, behold, the third woe coming quickly.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good. Hit that one for hit. Let's hit the scriptures. Did we finish the story? Not yet.
It's a little bit more.
All right, let's get a little bit more on the story. Kyle, Bob, you got a question?
Just wanted to say, I ordered some tacos and they'll be ready.
Oh, okay, most high right. They got the steak taco.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, I might not be able to eat on the camera. Okay, the water. Kyle, Bob, get a sister hand looking out. You know, doing that thing. What you know? Yeah. Okay. Most high in Christ, man. You know what I mean? Kyle, Bob, look, you know, coming in here strong, doing her thing, trying to hold the brothers down with some steak tacos. You know what I mean? That's what's up. Okay, so where we at?
It says the troops unloaded fresh shipments of weapons from NATO members Sunday as its president sought to project confidence in the face of the U.S. warnings of possible invasion within days of growing numbers of Russian forces.
So they giving weapons to the Ukraine, If I'm up on that, but they know Russia is coming through there, showing their power. Russia gonna coming through them borders. You know what I mean? Putting it down. Go ahead.
It says a U.S. official updated Biden's administration estimates for how many Russian forces are now staged near Ukraine's borders to more than 130,000, up from the 130,000 the U.S. has cited publicly in previous weeks.
You see that? Russia ain't backing down. The United States want Russia back down. Now, where is that scripture where he said he gonna pull them back? You know what I'm talking about, Jedediah? Oh my goodness, I can't think. It's in it's talking about I can't think of that scripture. Go ahead, Thomas. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I saw on the news this afternoon that Russia bombed a daycare center in Ukraine.
Bombed the daycare center?
They shot some from the tank, I think it was. And they showed the people getting the children out and running.
What? That's to show them. That's to show their might. That's to make them afraid. That's to make them succumb to Russia's power, so they can join forces and then become one. Like Russia did not forget that they have not been powerful since they was united, man. They was united, boy. Those was the glory days, man. You know, and Russia, let me tell you something. That Cuban missile crisis down in Cuba when Russia had them missiles down there, when was that? Back in, oh man, I want to say. Go ahead.
It was in 62.
60, yeah, that's right. I think, yeah, you're right. And the United States they made deals with Russia. Oh, wait a minute. How much they'll deal with terrorists? Or, I'm sorry. You know, the United States, we don't deal with terrorists. They made deals with Russia. Russia benefited, and so did the United States. The United States benefited by getting them out of that situation. Russia benefited too by, you know, making trade and doing the things they did. Because right there, that was a strategic target against the United States right there in Cuba, man. Strategically planned. The United States moved on that quick. Y'all remember the Cuban missile crisis? That's right. So they battle towards each other with you know, the white man treats Salaki, if I could. The oppressor treats other white men, people differently, his kind differently, rather than the way he treats you. Go look at Plessy, Plessy was Ferguson, when black people tried to say they was, I think I'm getting them mixed up, or is it Drew Scott? Huh? Where they were trying to say black people equal but separate. It might be Drew Scott. You remember that, equal, separate? Salaki. Okay. Go ahead.
It was called separate but equal.
Separate but equal. But and they try to say that even though we separate, but they never treated you equal to the, you know what I'm saying? Like that was a strategic. Let me tell you, the art of war is played when you playing that war, them war games. It ain't fair like you want it to be. You looking for a fair shake. These people say, I got the upper hand. Why in the hell would I try to be fair with these people? I got the upper hand. Let me go amongst my enemy's woman. Art of war. Remember, I could. What's his name? Rapper Tupac. And then the way they made war against the enemy was sleeping with their enemy's woman. Remember he was talking about he slept with Biggie's woman, and all of them was doing this and that. Well, a lot of them was doing that. Okay, no sweat. Hey, y'all should get that. Hey, the water, Hebrew. I appreciate everything, man, for holding it down and all. That's how, you know, I mean, that's how they made war. Well, they making war with you. You know what I mean? They done made war with us, and we ain't understanding the principles. I mean, not the principles, but the aspect of the type of war they're making against us, man. We think, in our minds, we think that they should live up to their agreement on when they never did. And they didn't do it with the Native Americans. They broke every goddamn treaty they signed with the Native Americans. They're not gonna live with you, with you. You'll forget that. Our only hope is to come together as a nation and obey the Lord, do what the Lord said. 144, and it's over, man. It's done deal, man. When Christ get his government sealed, and the men are sealed in their head, that's spiritual. That ain't the carnal war that these people are talking about. You know what I mean? That's what Elisha, I love that scripture when Elisha prayed that Elijah's eyes be open, man. Because Elijah was prayed that his servant's eyes be open. Elisha knew that the servant couldn't understand spiritual things, didn't have that type of discernment. Remember when I gotta go into the story if I bring it out. But go ahead, Barzal. Where we at?
Right now, sir, we just here. Listening to you.
Okay. So now let's go to the next story. Russia, let me tell you something. Keep your eyes on that. Let's keep watching that, man. Because the Lord can turn the tables in an instant, man. Most High said to keep the watch, to be alert, be sober-minded. You know what I mean? This man coming at you, he coming at you, and you supposed to be watching the signs of the times on how the Lord doing things. That, you know what I mean? He could flip this thing over in a minute. Who knows? Go ahead, Barzal. Let's get the next one. Give me a good one.
As far as what you got me, you sent me through email, so it says federal judge refuses to toss out lawsuit from anti-blacks estate after video shows a throng of officers, including a
killed this brother, man, 19-year-old brother. He's messed up in the head. Of course he messed up in what? Who ain't messed? You born in. Let me tell you something, man. I deem all our kids are messed up in the head. If they ain't in this school, they are messed up. Now I'm saying this because why? You learning underneath this system. And the Lord said you was born into a world of sin. This man is a sinner. He teaching you all day and night. I don't give a damn. You talking the cartoons, the TV, let's take the NFL. The NFL was that damn halftime. And I love the halftime show. I enjoyed it. There was a bunch of former drug dealers that never repented, still, I mean, as far as I'm concerned. But it was an entertaining show. You know what I mean? Our kids don't understand it. If you don't understand the truth, you have no defense against this place. If you don't understand your society and how it's supposed to be set up and your rules and your way of life, then what do you have to defend you against the evil that's being promoted today. And let me tell you something. Only way you're gonna understand the way we supposed to be is coming in the truth. Ain't nobody else teaching this. Ain't nobody telling you, our people, this is the way we done things, as opposed to doing it this way. So for not knowing that, these kids are jammed, man. Think about it. Go ahead, Bazo.
Including a bystander restrained and pressed their
A bystander. Another white man said, listen, let me help you restrain this black kid. 19 years old. We got the video. No, I don't want to even play the video, man. I can't take too much of this. It just makes me super mad.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I watch a few of them, and that's about it. All I can take, man. Because it does something to a man in his manhood. It makes you want to goddamn go out there and just go berserk on this goddamn place. You know what I mean? This 19-year-old brother was gang killed by these police and bystander. A bystander said, let me get in on this. Brother had issues, man. Yeah, he wasn't right in his head. They killed the brother? Somebody explain that to me. Well, you're supposed to help these people got issues, man. They need help. He didn't go for no gun. You outright killed the man. Yo, I can't do this. I can't watch this. I ain't gonna watch that one. Go ahead, Barzon.
It's like, so this was like, this like has me think the same concept of somebody innocent, minding somebody else's business. Like when I think about the citizen's arrest,
right?
When I hear that, I'm like, what kind of,
It's a goddamn racist arrest.
Right.
That's what it is. They see a black man and they see their opportunity to get in on it. These bastards straight out killed that brother, man. And let me tell you something. The Lord knows that every one of them are going to pay for what they done. Every one of them. 19 years old, man. They killed that brother, man. That brother could have came out of his condition. That's another thing, man. You can't go to your oppressor. I don't care what, I'm going to psychiatrist. They ain't gonna free you from that demon, man. You gotta come into the truth for that.
Right.
Scriptures say Satan can't cast out Satan, doesn't it? Think you're gonna go out there and get rehabilitated by some psychiatrist. Go ahead,
For what reason did they do that?
Oh man, they saw the brothers playing, two brothers playing. And when the police came, they both of them ran. I'm giving you part of it. I think I saw. I think this is the one where they ran, and they followed the one brother that was schizophrenic. And another white person had nothing to do with it. Said, "Let me help you out." That's crazy, man. That shows the level of hate we got. We didn't have hate in this place since the jump. Since we was just talking about Plessy versus Ferguson, when a slave ran away. What if I could remember? In Plessy versus is it the Juice Dred Scott? One of them, I believe. The slave ran away. Don't quote me on this now. I got so much stuff in my head I forget. But the slave and his master moved somewhere where the slave was free. And then when he came back, when they came back, they said that man is not, he can go back he ain't free. You know what I mean? Like they revoked, just like they revoked the land that they gave you and gave it back to white people and said you can be a sharecropper. You ain't getting no fair shake in this place, man. You can be a sharecropper. Okay, go ahead, give me some more. Oh, count about your hand up? Okay, give me some more, please.
Come on, God. Black who have been hospitalized just days earlier with mental issues, health issues.
You got mental issues, man. The brother got problems. He ain't, his family. I tell you where mental issues come from. Let me tell you where it come from. Y'all ready for this? You not having a stable father in that goddamn house, and a woman letting every goddamn thing come through there that the brother don't understand. Huh? Woman, I love I accept homosexuals. I accept drug dealers, don't they? It's all right. They all right. Because they're supposed to have somebody over top of them that say it's not all right. So whoever he lets in that door, they'll be all right with. But the young boy got mental issues because, you know what I mean, ain't nobody guarding that goddamn door. Everything coming in, everything's okay. God loves every goddamn body and all that bull crap that they talking about. So now the boy got his. Can you blame him? Go ahead, give me some more.
Come on, God. When he was diagnosed as bipolar,
that shows oppression. That shows somebody that you got to associate outside of yourself, because it's hard to deal with being who you are. So you done got another person hanging around that you can talk to and try to ease your mind on what you're dealing with. Bipolar, man. Oh man, this is crazy right here. Go ahead, read on some more.
oh God, was initially cooperative when he and his 12-year-old friend were called over to the police cruiser by Webster.
Good, keep going.
Oh God.
So him and another one of his friends was called over to the cruiser, meaning somebody called the police on the two brothers out there playing or whatever. And he called over, come on, the police came, told both of them to come over. And I think at some point, I'm just going to paraphrase the rest of this because I want to get to the other. I think at some point, both of the brothers ran. But the police want to follow the one that's bipolar. And then there's another white man that want to get involved with it. They get him, restrain him over, you know how they do, overreact, overdo the situation, and kill the brother. Go ahead, Barzal. What we got?
You want to keep reading, sir?
I think that's it on that one. They want to read it and go into it. There's a lot of other stories we want to touch upon. You know what I mean? It's tragic, but now they want the case to be dropped, and the judge ruled against them dropping that case, meaning that people can pursue that case against the police and all that. That's insane, man. You want them to drop the case and you didn't kill their goddamn the damn child. That's Go ahead, let's get some more.
Of the story, or
no, let's go to the next one.
I lied, sir. I don't have another story. I'll just have that one.
All right, go to Jude, the first chapter. I think it's Jude. Is it Jude? Tell you something else, man. There's a lot going on with these not only the different religions our people serve, these different doctrines is being pushed, but so-called these groups that have come at one time learned from this school, and went out and did their own thing for whatever reason. Could have been somebody, could have been approached with money. That's what I like a lot of them was. Because Satan wants to divide. Satan sends people amongst you in order to divide you, to destroy you. He know he can't. Listen, okay, here's the thing. Art of war. He knows he cannot destroy you from outside. Because why? We destroy everybody outside, don't we? They come up against the UPK, they come up against the truth, they get put down. So Satan understands he can't destroy you from the outside. I can send men within to take you out. Remember, that's what he did with Adam. Satan took Adam down off his throne by what? What them lies he came with by using that woman. And now, once Adam got cast down, what happened? Who stepped up? Who ruled? Satan ruled. What people don't understand about Adam and Eve in the garden, they was in the truth and got, cast out of the land, and Satan stepped up and started to rule. That's why when you read further down, it says our people was what? Mingling with the heathens. That's when one thing made the Most High angry. The sons of God got with the daughters of men. I think it's Genesis 6 and 9. And the Lord said, I gotta destroy this place. Because blacks and Hispanic men getting with these heathen women. He didn't say there's women of men. Why? Because the sons of men are the leaders of this nation. The women of men was doing it, weren't they? There's nothing done right now that was not done before. You get with these goddamn heathen women, and these women getting with these goddamn heathen men, they're having times past. You know what I mean? So where we at, Barzal? Give me something good.
The book of Jude, the first chapter.
Jude, the first chapter. But what I wanted to bring out about that was the Lord destroyed the earth and started over and tried to establish his laws amongst our people. And what we do? Revert back to what we was doing before the flood. We reverted back. We started acting like who I don't say. Remember, it's nothing new under the sun, meaning we was the people that came back. You was the people, you come back and do the same thing over and over and over again. We'll get into reincarnation one of these classes. Go ahead, Barzal. Give me what you got.
Oh God, this is the book of Jude, chapter 1 and verse 1. Jude, the servant of Yahushua.
Listen, Jude was a servant of the king, as well as I believe he was one brother. Some I gotta remember how was Jude. Let me look it up. Ah man, go ahead, read on.
And a brother of James.
A brother of James. Y'all know James was Christ's brother. A Jude was a brother of James. it's mentioned in a few of the scriptures that Jude was amongst the brother. I mean, I'm talking about family. I'm talking about, real brothers. I'm not talking about, we all family. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are family. I'm talking about the immediate family. Look for the right word. Go ahead, read on.
God. To them that are sanctified by
To them that are sanctified. What does that mean? Who was Jude talking to? Come on, y'all don't know something. What you gotta do? Look it up. Give me some Bibles out here, boss. Sisters, brothers and sisters need to be following along. You got a couple Bibles? Give them. The sanctified means to cleanse, clean. Huh?
I was thinking like holy.
Yeah, it meaning you those that came out. This is what is heavy about Paul. Y'all, do y'all know why the Roman Empire fell? What is the reason? What is the real reason behind the Roman Empire? This is how a war is fought. A war, you ain't got to pick no guns up. White man want to slaughter you if you pick up a gun. But you can fight a war against this empire. The same way Paul fought that war. How did Paul fight that war? How did the Roman Empire fall? Anybody want to take a stab at it? Go to Jude, the first chapter. How did the Roman Empire fall? Come on, somebody. Okay. I'll tell you. Anybody online want to take a stab? No?
The most recent comment we had was propaganda. I don't think that's
No, that's not.
the question.
No. Okay, maybe not. The Roman Empire fell because blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans were turning back to the Lord. Paul, when he set up those schools over in Asia Minor, when he set those schools up and was teaching our people to come up out of this empire, that had an effect on the empire. They didn't have the control over the people that they were, that they once had. Think about it. All the schools that set up by the UPK is teaching brothers and sisters to come out of this empire. And you see the effects of it. You see the effects of what's going on in this earth by our people leaving out of this place spiritually. You see all kinds of things going on. You turn on the news, the things that's going on. Why? Because our people are starting to return back to the Lord. And so these catastrophes, these things have to take place before our King returns. You can't have it. It cannot be any other way. And the problem is, a lot of our people are they do not understand. They understand carnal. They understand what they can see. But the spiritual world operate as what controls the what controls what you see. You understand? So let's Jude was talking to those who's the only people that can be sanctified? Let me ask you that question. That's right, give her a hand. The only people the Lord came to. When Christ came, he said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Did he not say that? Matthew, I think it's 15:24. He wasn't sent to everybody. Everybody can't be cleansed. The Lord said that the Esau cannot be a priest unto him. The Lord also said they can't even offer burnt offerings to him, the heathens. They can't offer no sacrifice to him. That's the job of a priest. There can't be no priest of the Lord. It's only one nation can do that. Come on, Barzal, where we at?
We're still in the book of Jude.
Nice and loud. We on live. Come on up. Oh, she getting the stuff?
Yes.
Okay. Jude, let me find out. Yeah, so I can do some reading. I need to do some reading. Go ahead, read on.
Come, sir.
We're gonna get an important thing about Jude. Go ahead.
Come. To them that are sanctified by the Most High the Father, and preserved in Yahushua, and called.
And preserved in Yahushua. You can't be sanctified. You sanctified by the Father. You preserved underneath our King. You get that? A lot of people talk about the King. You got these disgusting Muslims said Christ was nothing but a prophet. You ever heard that before? He wasn't nothing but a prophet like Muhammad, like all the rest of it. Nah, man. Nobody talked about Muhammad before. People was not waiting on Muhammad to come and deliver us. Christ is way more than a prophet, man. That's the king. He's the king of kings. He's the man that's written about without sin. You got go ahead, get the doors. You got Israelite groups I heard that said Christ sinned. When the script that's totally against the scriptures. You got groups that say Christ sinned. When they don't understand what the hell a sin is. You say our king sinned, you're a liar. The scripture said he was without blemish, a lamb without blemish. The scripture said he didn't sin. You got groups saying that. Man, let me tell you something, Salaki. You leave the truth, man. Ain't no telling what comes out your mouth. Go ahead, read on. What? Take it down. Go ahead, Tommy.
What verse is he reading from?
I'm going to tell you in a minute. Go ahead. What verse?
This is the book of Jude, chapter 1 and verse 2. Mercy unto you, and peace, and love be multiplied.
And love be multiplied. That's what you see here. This is what I'm talking about, man. Our people got a problem with what we say, right? The things we lay down in the UPK. That's love, man. That's something you put it back. Okay. That's love. What we say is love for our people. Love, first and foremost, love for the Most High in Christ, man. For our people, for us to go out and say the things to our people, regardless of how they feel, that's love. Christ was such a big brother, man. Christ was a brother, man, that went out there and feel this. People talk about Christ. He didn't have a woman. He didn't have time for a woman. He said he was the goddamn rooftops was splitting open with people that needed help. It got to the point where Christ was out in the field doing so immersed in the job that he had to do that his mothers and brothers went to look for him. Where he at? He's in the midst. He's in the midst doing it. And you gonna hate on a brother like that? There's something really serious wrong with you. You hating on a brother that's willing to give up his life, to sacrifice, everything that you think a man's supposed to have in order to help you. My goodness. Just because they hate, it's just self-hatred, man. Go ahead, give me some more balls on.
Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation.
Hold up. When Jude was, when he wanted to write to you, that's what Jude was writing about. That's what he's writing about. Read it again. Y'all got to listen, man.
Oh God. Beloved, when I gave all diligence.
Beloved, meaning those of the Lord that have come into the truth, that have come out of their lifestyle and decided to reject that old way and be born again. You are the beloved of the Lord. Beloved what?
Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you that ye should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints.
Whoa. That's heavy. What he just laid down is heavy, brother. Now we got to dissect it so we can understand what he's saying. Let's go. Huh? Anybody, you want to take a stab at it? Come on, I'm welcoming anybody that want to break down what Jude laying down right here. Oh, let me see. That's it. Nobody understands what Jude said. Jude is saying that although I had intent, read the next verse for me if you could.
Verse 4. For there are certain men.
Hold up. No, Jude was saying right here. Read the verse about that real quick if I could.
Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation.
Meaning, Jude was going to write to you about you being in the truth and giving you exhortation. How do I want to exhort? Not exhortation, but how do I say it? About giving you, oh gosh, what do I want to say? Oh man. About giving you props and giving writing about you, how important it is for you to hold down this truth. Hold it down like the men that was above you, how they passed it down. That's why Commander Juliana is so important. You got a bunch, like I just told you, you got these groups going off. You got a young person coming to the truth. They hear first the Israelite, they join some old fake Israelite group. You got to be confronted with the truth, man. The truth is going to confront each and every last one of us, man. It's whether you accept it or reject it. He said, Jude said, I wanted to write about the brothers and sisters in the truth, to give them a big up. But the Spirit told me that I should write this instead. That's heavy. Because the Lord, when he got his mind set on one thing, the Spirit said, no. I want you to do this. And moved him to do this. Let's find out what Jude, read that again. Listen to what he's saying. Beloved in the truth. This ain't talking about people in the world. You got to get that. Beloved. He's talking about brothers and sisters that have left the world and they in the truth. And these are the ones beloved of the Lord. Beloved, what?
Beloved.
Go ahead.
When I gave all diligence.
When I gave all diligence, meaning it was in my mind. This is what I wanted to do. When I gave all diligence, read.
Come on. To write unto you of the common salvation.
Of the common salvation. What does that mean? When he wanted to write about the thing that we all share, that's common, right? What's salvation? The fact that we all came into the truth. We ain't saved yet. We could be brothers and sisters lead the truth. They ain't saved. But he wanted to write to exhort you to stay in the goddamn truth, man. Don't be beguiled and let Satan pull you out. Don't listen to that voice in your head when you got brothers here to say, brother, that ain't right. No, you shouldn't. Something ain't going on right there. You should follow this path instead of listening to what? Because that voice is going to trying to sift you out of here. That's what Jude wanted to write about. Jude said, I want to write about that. To give brothers I can't even find the word. To encourage them to follow the truth, to hold down the things that was laid down to them. But something else. Read on.
Come on. It was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you that ye should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints.
What was that? Oh, go ahead.
It's like you said, sir. He reminding us, hold on, don't forget it. Like what was the saints is who was supposed to be yours too.
That's right. Don't forget about what was laid down to you. Our people need to hear that. Because do you realize how easy it is for us to forget and go back into the world? You know how many brothers came into the truth and heard this truth, man, and went into the world? This is very much needed for our people to hold these things down. That's a brother saying, listen, brother, you can do it. Don't worry about that. You can do it, man. We in this together. Let's do this thing, man, for Yahweh Shah, man. That's like, bro, you getting weak. You at the point where you getting weak. And the world looking kind of enticing to you. That woman looking enticing. The things you going, and the brother comes and say, man, forget that thought, man. Let's do this for Yahweh Shah, man. It's meant for you, it's gonna be. You know what I mean? Keep the faith. And then your mind be like, it's like going back to where you need to be. You know what I mean? That's what you're talking about, man. The Spirit told them, instead of writing about this, let's write about this. Because there's something going on amongst us that needs to be exposed. Let's find out what it is. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, God. For there are certain men crept and unawares.
There's certain men that have crept in and nobody was aware of it. They came in, they sat right in them seats you sitting in. They said, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Barakatah. They wore the garments you wore. They did the thing. You would have thought that was a brother. But they didn't have the mindset of a brother. You got to remember when Christ was down here, man, there was people that, what did the one say when Christ first started? Isn't that him, the brother of Joseph and James and all of them? That's the one, I know him. I'm paraphrasing, of course. Y'all know I'm paraphrasing. Don't quote me on that, but I'm giving you what they were saying. Because really, they didn't want to understand. They wanted to find fault or come up against what he was teaching. Yo, that's such and such, man. He talking about, in their mind. There's brothers like that today, man. And that's why you see what a lot of things going on the way they were, the way they are. Brothers, you got a lot of splinter groups, split, this and that, so-called groups or whatever. They have left the truth. You got brothers talking about Christ sinned. Yeah. You got brothers talking about immaculate conception. Immaculate conception is true. You got brothers, denying the Hebrew. Some of them teach you're supposed to celebrate the high holy days. Some of them teach. Go ahead, sis.
Let the show that David is satanic.
Say it again.
Let the show that David is satanic.
That David is?
The show of David.
Oh, the show. Oh, some of them say the shield of David is satanic. Anything to get you away from your culture, who you are. That's Satan trying to come up against the truth, man. He got to be stomped out. He got to be stomped. But he got such allegiance with our people. They come in. You ain't aware of who they are. They act like it, but then all of a sudden they separate. Go ahead, read on.
Who were before of old ordained to this condemnation.
To this condemnation. Meaning, what does that mean? What's condemnation? Look it up if you don't know. They were ordained to this condemnation. Look it up if you don't know it. Go ahead.
Punishment?
Yes. Anybody else? Nobody else? All right. This is, how can I say it? These are the brothers and sisters that came up against Moses in the wilderness. These are the brothers and sisters that, remember when Joshua, that the Lord, when the Lord had to open up the ground and swallow them. The Lord opened up the ground because people was going against the Lord, trying to go back into slavery. Y'all know about that, right? Say it again now, Kawabah. Khan. These are the people that come in the earth, come back, and pose havoc on your life. This is the reason why we can't. This is one of the main reasons why blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are still in slavery today. Because these people, now y'all know these religious leaders, they want to teach you to join. Y'all know what they teach. They teach whatever the oppressor wants you to know. These are them. And that's why the Lord said that they are doomed and that he got a punishment specially assigned for these people. They're going to be in the kingdom, but they're going to be on the bottom. You understand? So that's really important. Read that scripture again. You got that scripture? Who was that? Oh, you could? You too wild? Okay, most times, right. Read that last part again. It's very important we understand this. Meaning the Spirit moved Job to stop from going one way to write about this. To warn us that these things. Remember, Christ talked about this. What did Christ say? He got on the leaders, what they call man, what's it called? The when he prophesied on against them leaders, you make the outside look pretty, but the inside is disgusting. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Christ went off on them leaders. But that's our real opposition, man. You know, to being to doing what the Lord say and all that. Go ahead, read us some more, Marzon. Your leaders telling you that the law is done away with. They saying that we should vote and we should join these people. The people that's murdering us and slaughtering us in the streets. The people that hate us, man. People that's killing your kids, aborting your kids. Hey, this is insane. Go ahead, Don, if I could.
Oh God. Turning the
Got
grace.
jail cells. Okay. You got jails over here, man, that house you. They're changing laws to put you in them. If it's a change of law that you in debt, you go to jail. Meanwhile, you the slaves that goddamn, can't, is gonna be in debt because you're trying to goddamn get somewhere in this place. Man, this man is an animal, man. He's not to be trusted. Go ahead.
Turning the grace of our God into Leviticus.
Let me tell you something else if I could. This came to my head. That Miss America that committed suicide, she was not a black woman. That's a white woman. You know what I'm talking about? The one that was Miss America in 2019, I think it was 18 or whatever. The one that just committed suicide. So stop asking me about the goddamn. So many people. What did you think about Miss America that committed suicide? She was a white woman that could not live in a so-called black body. Could not take the oppression that black people go through all day. That's who she was. It's not your people. It's the seed. It's the seed of the white man that planted it in the black woman, of course. You know that. All too common. What was I going to say? What else I want to say? Something else I want to bring out. I can't remember. Maybe it'll come to me. Go ahead, Tommy. Go ahead. Give me another one. What you got to say?
No, I was just going to say I was going to ask you if she was the daughter of a white man, but you had answered it.
She's a daughter of a white man.
Yeah.
A lot of black people went on that and started talking about that because, she was really intelligent and, had the looks and made it to the top of white society. That's a white woman. That is not your people. You know what I mean? So, all right. So as long as we understand that, then you won't relate her problems to my problems. She hung around white people, and white people looked at her as a black woman, and she just couldn't take it and ran and jumped off the goddamn balcony. But these sisters out here, they take it all the goddamn time.
Right.
They are gold, man. You know what I mean? They don't jump on no goddamn balconies.
Right.
But they do got problems there. I'm going to tell you that straight up. We're going to deal with them problems these sisters got, goddamn it. They ain't going nowhere, but they listen. You can't tell a black woman she's so ugly she's going to jump off the balcony. She's going to deal with that ugliness, goddamn it. I'll tell you one sister, man, if I could, one sister I was talking to, now she got finger waves. Now I shouldn't tell you that. I'm going to say it, look. She got finger waves, man. The goddamn wave is stuck in mid-air. I mean, it stops in mid-air. It's a half of a goddamn wave. And as I'm talking to the sister, I said, I know she being, she going through some stuff. You can tell. It just exudes out of her. You know what I mean? Where do I start to try to repair this sister? She got the wave. Look, the finger wave is in the air because it can't make the full wave. That's how it, she didn't cut off her goddamn hair, the thing that make her a woman, to the point where she got a nub sitting on top of her head. I know she's going through some stuff. She's still a sister. I love my people to death, man. I love them to death. Go ahead, Carl.
So I've been calling my hair off too, and I regret it ever since I did it.
Yeah, I mean, but it's a part of our. It makes us feel like because we reject it, and especially a woman when her nature is to be feminine and to have the womanly features, whatever. But when she's rejected by these people, man, it feels like I'm no good. I'm no good in this society. Let me try to be somebody that's good in this society. Let me try. That's why you see Mary J. Blige. I love her to death. I love her music, but she continuously wear that goddamn blonde hair. Now I got alt with. Now Mary, that's my girl there. You remind me. Oh my goodness, that's my damn tune. You know what I mean? She did a hell of a job with this Super Bowl. Everybody talking about Mary. I think she's gonna be at the Roots picnic. I saw a commercial where the Roots is having a big thing in Philly, a picnic, some kind of picnic in June, I think, and she's supposed to headline it. She's going to headline it. You know what I mean? So, she's doing her thing, man. I don't knock nobody doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? But we still got them issues we need to work out. We need to deal with. So, yeah, that's about it. I mean, where we at? Anybody got any questions? It's 9:00 already. We got to go finish up Jude because I want to go into these wicked leaders, and we're gonna bring out how the white man he's been trying to infiltrate our nation from the jump. You know what I'm saying? When you read the history, in the Hasmonean Empire, one of the which came we'll go into that next week. I'm gonna go ahead and stop it right here and turn the class over to Priest Officer Balzar Ricard.
It's the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Albany, New York. I'm the commanding general Yohana, rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it after 6 months. If a brother and sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother will court each other. After this month time period,
do things in order. Do things in order and decency.
Right.
That's what that's all about. You coming in. Why we gotta we have some decency about yourself, man. Class. That's missing. That's missing. I'm not talking about the class you sit in. I'm talking about have some class, dignity, honor, respect. You know what I mean, towards you and towards that woman you're trying to court. And that same thing with that woman. She have some honor and dignity towards that man and respect his position as he's courting you. And we come together, man, that type of relationship right there, that ain't no quick. That's something honorable before the Lord. Go ahead, Bazaar, go ahead.
Come. The brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, you read about this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, also the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. My Isra means 10% Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you get to the treasury department. Priest fund, free will offering for the priest, not mandatory, whatever so amount you like to give. Up and coming holy convocation will be the Passover. You
That's right. That's right.
Florida, Cocoa Beach. You understand that it'll be a
Cocoa Beach, Florida. Woo!
It'll be a 14-day of the first month, Saturday, April 24th, 2021.
If I can say something real quick, this is real spiritual right here now. I'm going to say this with those that can make those. I talked about people talking about they got to go all these hurdles they got to overcome to make the Passover. Make the Passover. Because Satan is trying to keep you from the Passover. Keep you from your brothers and sisters. Tie you down so that you will not be, amongst the number, those that are numbered. Make that Passover, man. You got a problem getting the Passover? You already know you can contact the school. You already know you can talk to brothers. There's just really no excuse. Don't go into your own head and try to figure this out. Do it, man. Go ahead, Barzal.
Come on. I go out to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start to wear out black. That's black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and or scarf. With that, just for brothers, module, which means to stand.
Oh, shit. I know not the thing. Salami, hold on one second. I know nothing out the thing. Yeah, fine. Okay. What?
And in Israel, we're going to get a brothers a courteous salute. Men of Israel, Ahmad Shabbat, Ahmad Barak,
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Barakatham.
which means hands down. Sar, which means turn, you face the sisters like Ahmad, which means stand. Sisters, Ahmad Shabbat should be with your feet at a 45-degree angle, the right hand clasped over your left. And we say Barak, you smite the chest and say a salute back to the brothers, and we're making sure that your head is covered as well. Men of Israel, we're going to get the sisters a courteous salute. Men of Israel, Ahmad Shabbat, Ahmad Barak,
Yahweh Shabbat Alatham Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah.
Top, these hands down, back to six.
Kwam Yashala! Kwam Yashala! Kwam Yashala! Who's the power? Who's the power? Who do we fear?